Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, February 18th of 24, and I want to wish a very special happy birthday to my friend Harlow. Hi, Harlow. Happy birth. Um, it's a big milestone, too. They get their big milestone. I'll answer that in a second. Spell work the appropriate way. WPRK. Um, Major milestone birthdays, you kind of get a chance to reflect, think back, and honestly think forward. And I remember my 30th. 30 was kind of the beginning. Hang on, I have to keep responding to this. We're trying to get schedule the last session of Oud MM. Anyway, my 30th was really a time of beginnings, new beginnings, where I really started to kind of embrace my inner nerd, as it were. A lot of my life didn't start till after I was 30 years old. The life I know it as it is now. And it got me thinking, damn, all this has changed in my life. You know, what was my original plan? And honestly, it's weird thinking back to what my plans actually were. What's this say? Where's this from? Oh. This is from last year. That's why I'm going to keep this card from Deborah from MagFest. Anyway, maybe think about like where my life has gone and what dreams I've had to get me to where I am. Thinking in this right, in when I was a kid, the first realistic dream I had was I wanted to be a weather person. I wanted to be Bob Lindmeyer. He's a former weathercaster with Channel 27 here in Madison. Bob's a good dude. Bob's a good dude. Great at his job. He's retired-ish. He still technically has a job with Channel 27, but it's mostly like a publicity-facing thing. After that, I think it was honestly, I think it was when I oh, go the fuck away. I got into music a lot in high school. Um, and that led me to want to be a music educator. I went into music, and I went to college. That kind of changed a little bit, and while I was in college, I got to experience working at Disney, and I was like, no, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. And then life did what it did, and I was lacking of money, and well, basically got to a point where it's like, okay, so now I need to kind of reconfigure things. It's like, well, get back into music when I move back home. Get back into music, or we'll start working toward getting back to Florida. That's the goal. And then job came up. Hey, I get back into music. Great. I can teach. I can help further education by way of making sure instruments are sold. Um, and then realizing I was not a salesperson, because I am most certainly the fuck not. Um, went to like, let's go back to hospitality. Let's go back to hospitality, and got into hotels and be like, well, I could run one of these one of these days, maybe sooner rather than later. And in all honesty, I don't know if I'd want to fully run the thing, but like what I'm doing now is perfectly fine. And that led me to think this wasn't my original dream, but it's kind of repurposed, it's kind of refocused. My dream was based on what I wanted to do with my life, and now it's more how I want to spend my life. I want to do what I do for as long as I can, for as long as I enjoy it. When I stop enjoying it, find something else. And I mean fully stop enjoying it, not have a bad day. That's unrealistic. Have a bad day, you're out. You'll never find anything for longer than a couple months. I guarantee it. Because you're gonna have a bad day. Bad days happen. They happen all the time. So, yeah. My friend was having kind of one of those existential crises before turning 30. They were like, I keep being told I'm doing a good job, but it's like, you are. And your brain is telling you you're not, and your brain's stupid. Our brains are stupid, y'all. I hate that. Our brains are fucking stupid. They lie to us all the time. You're failing at life. Who cares? You want to know something? Most of the people that I went to high school with, a lot of them are married, have children, they have really good jobs, and you know what? I'm here, single, with a cat, living alone, pushing 40 years old, and this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be right now. Not with kids. If I was supposed to have kids by now, I would have gotten married when I was supposed to 15 years ago. I'd have a kid in high school by now, actually, if that marriage went through. I'm kind of glad it didn't, for a number of reasons. The biggest of which being, I don't think that it ever worked out in the long run. There were too many differences. But it's fine. I've ended up where I am now. And granted, yeah, there have been some curveballs thrown my way. Based off of what I was saying a couple years ago, I expected to be moved out and in my own place by now. I did not expect how I got here. My parents would be gone. And I would have to take care of the cat, who's somewhere. She got all her good stuff today. It's Sunday. Sunday is soft food day. Sunday is wet food day. Yeah. Your dream. I hate the dreams come true stories because a lot of them you don't see everything that goes into it and how many times that dream has changed over the years. Like, oh my god, this is my dream come true. Was it your first dream? Is this what you were originally planning on? Because here's what I'm going to tell you. You can plan your dreams all you want. Plan those thoughts all you want. It's not... Every now and again you might get something that'll happen, but it's usually short-lived, or you find out that there's something you didn't think of in said dream. And maybe you go, wow, this wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be, and I don't know, change what you want to do. Dreams are fluid. They change on a... They can change on a daily basis. You can have goals, aspirations, all you want, and do the best you can to work toward those goals and aspirations. But realistically, expect that something's going to be different by the time you get to it. Something's going to be not what you expected. I'm still a musician. I still play. I'm just not quite as regular a musician as I thought I would be. Well, I'm hoping to change that, and soon. But if you're ever feeling discouraged, thinking that where you're at is not where you're meant to be, take stock of where you're at. What aren't you happy with? What are you happy with? Can you make the things you're not happy with something you're happy with? Can you adjust those? Is it just something that's new and unexpected and is just something you didn't plan for? And maybe if you give it a little bit of time, you'll be happy with it. And the things you're happy with, why? Why are you happy with them? What do they do to make you happy? Even if something as stupid as, this just makes me smile. And that's all you need. That is all you need. Like for me, where I'm at right now, work is work. I don't think you're ever gonna be 100% satisfied with work unless you're doing something you're extremely passionate about. But if you have a job, like I do, like I have a job, and it's a good job. It pays well enough. Allows me to do some of the shit that I do. If you have a job, what do you like about it? What don't you like? Like for me, what I like about it, I like the fact that I'm kind of on my own. As much as I bitch about me being the only one to fix things, I kind of like that actually. I like the people that we work with, for the most part. There's always gonna be those one or two people that you have to deal with everywhere. And yeah, there's some shit about the job you don't like having to deal with people. I love having an office with a door that closes and locks if I'm really upset. But I haven't done that to any of my employees yet. That door's open. We have an open door policy at work, and that goes for everyone. And the thing I like about work is that we're not expected to, like even the salary people, we're not expected to put in more than 40 hours. With very few exceptions. And if we put in an extra hours one night, where can we take some of those hours back? Or do we need to reschedule some hours? Like during football season, I reschedule. I come in late on football Fridays. I come in at 1 o'clock. I don't leave till 9 or 10, but I come in at 1 o'clock so I can sleep in that on those Fridays, which is nice. But I have to stay later because football Fridays. Yeah, take stock of the things you have in your life. What's making you upset? And number one, how can you cope with that? Because sometimes you just have to cope with some shit you don't like. They're usually at work for me. And two, how can you make those things that aren't making you happy, how can you maybe try and twist them around to make them better? Or three, is there a change needed in life? And related question, what does that change? What needs to be done? What do you need to do to make yourself happy? Think about that. That's why you don't see people. I was at the mall today. I did a full lap around the mall. Full lap! Because I wanted to. A lot of empty storefronts. A lot of hiring signs. Why? Because retail is fucking awful. No one wants to work retail. Mostly because of the people that come in the stores. Well, this said this was on sale, and that was an old tag, ma'am. I mean, yeah, you have to honor that, but when they think that applies to the entire store, you go, no, just that one little table, ma'am. Or there's, on the other hand, I remember I was working at Sears once, and I was working in the cash register, and I had a guy come in and buy a screwdriver. One screwdriver. Now at Sears, when you're working cash register, you have to ask about the reward program and the credit card. And I did. You're also supposed to try to push the programs if they don't have them. I did not. Because it would have taken a lot longer for me to go through all of that shit, and that guy's going out the door and will never come back. I remember one of the pillars of Sears. You want customers for life. You want to chase someone out the door? You keep asking them questions while they're trying to buy one simple fucking thing on a Sunday afternoon when they're trying to fix something. And you can tell the guy's in a hurry. So I asked the questions. Got the rewards program? No. Cool. Sears card? Nope. Great. Here's your total. I got yelled at. I got yelled at for that. And I was like, the guy's buying a screwdriver. Do you want me to take more minutes than it took for him to come in, grab the screwdriver, and come to the cash register? You want me to take 3 times the amount of that time to ask all of the questions? Or do you want me to let that one guy go and he'll come back for more shit and maybe sign up for the program later when he's not clearly in a rush? Yeah, it's not just about the people who come into the store, it's the management as well. And there are some awful fucking people working management and retail. I've heard and seen horror stories. They're just the worst. I think I've rambled on enough. It's been a very productive day. I went to JCPenney to grab a couple replacement towels. Purple this time. Went to Walmart to get a couple things. Went to Woodman's to pick up a couple things that I was running out of. And then got home, and I'm actually doing some laundry. Even though I don't have to do a whole bunch of laundry, it's only 2 loads. But it's also sheets and towels this week. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna cut it off here. It's gonna be an evening. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.